Hey, good morning. Sun came up, another beautiful day here. Got some nothing but blue sky out there, so we've got to get outside and do a little bit of fun stuff. But before we do that, let's get our warm up going. And got my lemon water here. Give my kidneys and liver a good fresh start to the day, and recommend that for you. A little hot water and some lemon. All right, let's get going here. So, I'm going to start with some arm circles, and just start with some little circles. We'll go one way and go the other way. I think one of the hardest parts of doing the videos is not being able to have music. I've never worked out without music. So yeah, as we all know, it really boosts your mood. Big circles, just really rolling those shoulders, just like we're swimming. Big freestyle stroke. Let's go the other way. We're backstroking. Boom. Alright, let's just do some hip slaps just to widen that stance up a little bit and just rotate the body. Hip, just slap the side of that hip. Alright, next we're just going to take that up to the shoulder. Just slap the outside of that shoulder and just come up over the top of the shoulder. You feel it stretching those muscles out, stretching those shoulders out. Push a little blood into those hands. And then just forward, backwards. And let's get just a little pump in the legs going here. The warm up is so important because if you don't warm up, it really raises the possibility of a torn muscle, pulled muscle, strained muscle during your heavier exercise session. So you gotta always be conscious of getting a good warm up. All right, we're just gonna reach down, touch the floor, go up to the sky. Here, see if we can catch us one of the lovely little hummingbirds out there moving around. Oop. Oop. Notice I didn't go all the way down to the floor the first time because we're still warming up. Everything should be a progression. So I'm working my way to the floor. Now when I was 20, I could fall over, put my elbows on the floor. At 30, I get my hands on the floor. At 40, took a couple tries, I could get my hands to the floor. At 50, I can still touch the floor. At 60, it takes a while to get there. I can eventually touch it. And at 65, it's a little effort to get down there. I just gotta warm them old muscles up a little bit. All right, let's just get our resistance band, a towel, whatever you got. We're just gonna do a few shoulder pulls. Just I try not to go too many days without doing this. I do it at least 4 times a week. And you just have to remember that all your life, unless you're a drywaller or a painter, you spend all your life with your arms down here, but they're made to do work overhead too. And if we spend too much time down here, it changes the shoulders, the way the muscles work. It aggravates and starts to begin to have some shoulder issues. So doing a little bit of work up here, I found this much easier than becoming a drywaller. I've done my fair share of drywalling, exhausting work. Yeah, just take it around. And so I learned this the hard way. Had a couple of bicycle crashes, blew out a front tire, tried to jump out, still had my feet in the clips, couldn't get out, went down on my shoulder, fractured the shoulder. That was this one. I was filming a bike run through a canyon one time, and I had cameras all over me, one on my head, my shoulders, on my chest, and my handlebars. And I hit a rock and went over the handlebars. Put my arm up in the air to protect the camera. Fractured that shoulder. Wow. And you know, for a full year, I couldn't do a single push-up. But eventually, with enough work, it came back. And at this point, I'm back to 99% of what I was to begin with. All right, let's just put this down here. Let's just do it this way. Then what I want you to do is just do a line walk back and forth and just boom, 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 and turn around and go back. We'll do 4 times on this. These kind of exercises, when you're walking down a sidewalk or something, or parking lot, go ahead and do that a little bit once in a while. Great for your balance. All right, what we got next here? Let's do a few neck rolls. Just roll that neck around, side to side, front and back. Now I like to spend a little extra time in the back, because most of us spend a big part of our day with our head down. So bringing it back is important. Side, 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 and down. Back, and side, side, and down. All right, let's just roll them hips around a little bit. Just get a moderate stance here, shoulder width, and just push those hips back. And I'm just going left to right, right to left. Push that hip out in the back. Push it out in the back, way back there. So this will really help when you're doing a hip choke. Boom. See that movement? Getting that loosened up now. I'm work. I could choke somebody into the next state. All right, a big circle. Other way. All right, let's just do a little squat with a side kick. So, boom, boom. Excellent. We're just going to do a side to side squat. Now, in a warm up, we don't have to get down too low. We just want to stretch the inside of that leg. And just put a little strain on this other leg here. We don't have to hurry. We don't need to go quick. We just back and forth a little bit. All right, that's good. Almost there, almost done with a good warm up here. So we're just going to do a squat with a leg extension, a posterior leg extension. And so squat, and just throw that leg up. Squat, throw that leg up and stretch. Now when you do that, you're going to feel a contraction through here. So we want to really tighten that butt up when you do that. Keep it slow, and just feel that contraction in there. This helps a lot with balance as well. All right, that's good, that's good. And so let's just do a little hip hinge here. I'm going to do 4 on each side. I'm trying not to touch the ground. It gives me a little balance work as well. This whole hip, this whole leg is firing. Let's go the other side. Notice I move my hands over to the side over here, offset the weight of that leg trying to pull me over. And that helps a little bit. All right, that's good. That's good to conclude our little warm up here. We're ready to go and get a little bit of exercise going on. So get yourself ready, crank the tunes up, warm up. I use the slow music. When I get into the body of the exercise, start like to crank it up. All right, guys, here we go. All right, it's time for the exercise. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna do some lunges. I call them skier lunges because I use my ski poles. And so as we get a little bit older, this really helps. It helps to develop the strength of the leg while giving us a little bit of support. Cool thing about ski poles is when you use these and you're out walking and hiking, you'll use about 25% more energy. So it is a good thing to have them. They're protective. I don't use them all the time, but I always use them when I'm going backpacking, snowshoeing, and some of those things. Also, they're very beneficial. The other exercise we're gonna do is gonna be a push-up into a pike, all right? So our lunges, we're just gonna get these guys out here, get ourselves stable, and we're gonna do one leg at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Just repeaters, they call that. Then we'll, after we do one round, we'll switch to the other leg. The other one could be a push-up with a plank. And we go down in a push-up, come up, and fly that butt up in the air. All right, are you ready? Get your music cranked up. I'll hit the timer, and off we go. We're gonna start with the push-ups. Tuck my shirt in here a little bit so don't fly up over my head. All right, seconds to go. There's the go sign, the green light. Push up, and push up, and put that up there. Now, I know some of you are gonna have to modify that, so, and this is what that looks like. Push up, and come back. And push up, and come back. The next stage is gonna be a push up, come up, and come up into a plank, come back down to the knees. Just like that. And for the rest of us, let's just take it into a push-up and really push that tail end up in the air. All right. Those are tough. Set up our lunge. All right, here we go. And just keep it nice and slow. Now, you don't have to use these poles. You can do it without them. But by using the poles, you're also getting some upper body work. So, I think that's a good thing. After all, we need more reps than anything else. Now, of course, doing these in a repeater fashion builds strength compared to, actually builds endurance compared to alternating lunges where we go from one side to the other side. Get set up for that other leg. 3 seconds. And here we go. It's a good knee builder too, as you're doing this. Kind of important to think about. Keeping those knees healthy throughout your life. Poles help quite a bit as you start to get a little bit tired, keep you from falling over. All right, almost there with the lunges. And we're gonna go back and do another round of push-ups, followed by the lunges again. Set your poles aside. Get down to that push-up position. And we're going. Regular. Modified. And intermediate modified. And just do what you can. That's what's important. Oh, you can feel that. Woo! I think for the rest of my exercise, I'm gonna have to take it outside. It's just too beautiful out there. Get them lunges going, pump them up a little bit. Working those legs. Keep that core in, keep it tight, keep it stable. Remember, if you need to take a break in a minute, you're gonna feel some burning in your legs and such. It's okay to stop, count to 5 and continue. The thing is here, this should be burning. It should burn your legs. That's lactic acid building up. All right, last exercise for this round. Get yourself ready, here we go. 3, 2, and blast off. Feels so good when you start. And then it starts to build up a little. All right, we're doing good, we're doing good. Coming down to the end of this exercise group. Almost there, 20 seconds left, and you can do this. Keep it up. I think my ginger plants back here in the background are growing while we're doing this. They're feeding off my energy. Love my ginger. This guy. All right, that's it. That's done. Put them away. All right, well done. Keep moving. Session complete. All right, good stuff. Session complete. Love those words. Okay, keep yourself moving. Get yourself ready for the next round. All right, here we go. We're out in the backyard here, back out in the beautiful sunshine here in the great Northwest, and on a beautiful day in the spring. Main body of the exercise today, we're going to do some side, and if you want to, you could actually use your mat and jump the mat. I'll give you a variation on that. We're going to do some rear delt flies, and then we're going to do a kettlebell swing. Now I don't have a kettlebell out here with me. It's too heavy to carry up and down the stairs. But I brought out this jug of old antifreeze here. It's filled with water. We'll use that for a swing. I brought this because it's got a nice big handle. I'll show you a variation on that one too. All right. So the line jump. We can put a line out here. You can use a piece of rope, towel, anything like that. We're going to get down here and do a plank and just jump back and forth. All right, now you can jump back and forth like that. We're going to come up, grab our weights, do a rear delt fly. Elbows, using those elbows to straighten them arms out, but bringing them shoulder blades together in the back. That's what we're after. And then we're going to just go into a kettlebell swing using our jug. Remember, that's all hips when you're doing that swing. All right, we have 50 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and get your music going, crank it up, and let's take action. Here we go. I'll hit start. Starting session. All right, get yourself ready. All right, here we go. This is some good ab work here. Working those abs. Jump, 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 jump. Had to tuck that shirt in, forgot about that. Jump, 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 and jumping. You can step across. All right. Grab those weights. Keep it nice and slow. Contract. Control that contraction in the back of them shoulders there. Even if you just do this with just your hands, you can still get a good subscapular contraction. That's bones in the middle of the back there, the wing bones. Operate when you're moving your hands. Just take them up as high as you can. That starts to get a little bit exhausting. You can take them back a little bit and just change that up just a little bit for a couple of reps. And then back to out here nice and wide. All right. Here we go. Nice kettlebell swing. Hips are moving back and forward. Remember, when you're doing this, you're not lifting with your arms. It's all hip. Snap. Snap those hips. Posterior contraction. It's all posterior work. All right, we're back to the beginning here. Plank position. And here we go. Stepping, stepping. Remember, if you get tired, you need to just drop down your knees, count to 5, and get going. It's all about endurance. Rest. Grab those weights. Keep that head up nice and neutral. I'm looking up so I can talk to the camera. That's a little bit too much. Keep that head, neck nice and neutral with the spine. Spine is straight. Tummy is nice and tight.
glutes are tight, soft knees. Remember, start to get tired here in the back of them shoulders, bring it down and go back. A few of those. We're going to take them back out to the side. And grab your makeshift kettlebell. I want to stick a towel through here. And this is something I use when I'm teaching kettlebell swings. If you're not using your hips and you're using your shoulders, that's what happens. See how that jumps up when I'm lifting it with my arms? So it's got to be smooth. It's momentum. That momentum that's pulling that jug up. It keeps that centrifugal force, keeps that slack out of it. That's the correct move here. So a little low, so I need this is good back stuff. And all right, good job, guys. Good job. So 2 rounds of that. You know, anytime you feel like you need a little bit more, go ahead and do some more. Most of these are 2, and I group them up in good rings. So that concludes this round, which is a good thing. We move on to the next one. All right, boom. Babe, I got one more to shoot. All right, out here on the back patio again. Got my beautiful Asian pear tree, you know, and my herbs out here, gardens over here, and so really aromatizes the area here quite a bit. So makes it nice and pleasant. So if you got something like this, get outside, work out a little bit. All right, so for this round, we're gonna do an overhead squat. I'm going to use the band because I can do a little bit of upper body strength training with that while I'm doing it, my shoulder work. Here, so we're just going to hold this up here and just do our squats. All right, and so that turns that more into a little full body thing, but you can use a towel, you can use a stick, a broom. I got my shovel here, so I'll do a round with that. So, because I got to work in the garden next. So same thing here, and the idea is to keep this back behind your knees, keep it back as far as you can as you're doing that. So good stuff. All right, next one is side to side lunge, just side to side. Then we're going to do a single leg deadlift. All right, then we switch to that side, 30 seconds on each one. And the last one's going to be a plank bird dog. So we're just going to get into a plank. And if you're having trouble rolling around, just do a regular bird dog. If you got to take a little time, go ahead and drop down into that. If you get tired, drop down to the bird dog. Come back up into that plank if you can. All right. Let's get going. Here we go. 2 rounds of this.
Stopping session. Starting session.
All right, we're underway. Get your band, get your pole, towel, whatever you're using.
Work.
And up we go. Using this overhead squat technique teaches you to keep your back straight and teaches your hip flexors how to work correctly in the right orientation. Most people, I see lots of people coming out of boot camps, this is their squat. That's not an effective way for those muscles to move. That's the way we should be moving. Teaches all those muscles to work together. Notice that my hands don't travel farther than my knees. All right,
Rest.
side to side squat, lunge, squat, get ready, and here we go.
Work.
Just get down there as far as you can, as far as you're comfortable. If you need a chair, use that pole right here. Give you something to hang on to, a little more support. All of these offer a little bit of balance, some core strengthening. All important stuff. You know, your core is the most important part of your strength profile. And I mention that frequently. So you can't do too much core work, and that doesn't mean you need to be doing sit-ups all the time. Get a weight, single weight,
Rest.
but you need to be moving, rotating, moving weight around in different ways.
Work.
So this time I have the weight on my stationary leg. Now I can turn that into a curl. But what I'm really concerned with is the stability and balance on that leg. That's what makes this all work. All right, change sides, other side, same thing. And you'll probably find out that one of your legs is smarter and stronger than the other one. All right,
Rest.
we're going down that plank bird dog.
Work.
All right, we're up here. Nice wide stance. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep it slow. Good stuff, good stuff. And remember, you start to wobble, get tired, come down to this regular old bird dog here. This guy's important. And you want to crank this one up, crunch in there. Now I'm back up into the plank. All right.
Rest.
All right, back to the squat.
Work.
All right, we're working. I'm squatting. See me squatting. All right. I feel that in my shoulders. I got pulling that thing out, holding it out. You don't need a lot of traction there, but a little bit helps. A belt, the belt off your robe, broomstick. Boy, just about anything will work doing this. Just keep those arms back. As I get tired, my arms are starting to go forward. And it's because I'm starting to compromise and use other muscles to make that happen. Side to side lunge. All right, here we go. Helps give some stretching into them adductors. We don't use these adductors much because when we walk, we're always pushing out to the back. And so uses these muscles in a way they're not normally used. We can turn this into the warrior. All kinds of good things to do with that. Right now I'm just focusing on the legs, stretching those things out, stretching groin out, all those adductors. This guy's getting a little strength training here.
Rest.
One weight. Opposite this time, opposite hand and leg. I'll go ahead and do a curl with that. And let's change sides. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Balance move. Keep it slow. And of course, as you get tired, the balance is going to start to fail. So, just always do what you can.
Rest.
All right, last one, tough one. I'm sweating pretty good now. Get down that plank.
Work.
And work we go. Opposite. Take it up and hold it. 1, 2. Take it up and hold it. 1, 2. Take it up and hold it. 1, 2. And take it up and hold it. 1, 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Oh, starting to fail. 1, 2. That's when the good stuff is happening. Modifying. Oh, made it. That was a tough one. Man, oh man. It was a good round.
Session complete.
Remember, it's important every day, push yourself just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. You cannot stay in a state of homeostasis or balance for any length of time. You get about 24 to 72 hours in a state of balance. And then you've either got to be going up, exercising and improving and conditioning, or you're going to be going down, deconditioning. And you know what that means. Wasting muscle mass, wasting muscle tissue. So important to be moving. You can maintain the muscle mass that you have by doing 80% of the intensity or the weight or the amount of work that you're normally doing. You'll keep your muscle mass, and you can keep it up to 3 to 6 weeks. Depends on who you are and how long you've been exercising. But that's significant. You can hold on to what you got for a good long time without being intense. And we can use that as recovery training. And so let's consider what we're doing right now, recovery training. Great job, guys. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Good stuff.